But what is the point
We're lowly
of
human
prayer?
beings. We pray for all kinds of things.
I'm told by people who pray, I say to them, suppose God doesn't answer your prayer. And they say, well, then it's His will. I will accept His will. Then what is the point of praying in the first place if he's going to do what He wants to anyway? There's supposedly a divine plan. How are you so arrogant as to ask Him to change His plan for some narrow reason, whether it's health or wealth? I mean,
because we are arrogant. We all think the world revolves around us.
But do you think prayer works? I mean, I pray to Joe Pesci.
I don't believe in...
I pray to Joe Pesci, and I get the same results. I get the same results I used to get from God when I was 9 years old, and I believed in the invisible man in the sky. Yeah. You get about half the things you pray for. It's laws of probability. Half the things you pray for you get, half of them you don't. You write off the half you don't. The half you get, you say, oh, isn't he great? And it's just a game. It's a form of mental illness.
No,
I just don't want the lightning to hit me.
Look, relax, relax. Try to relax. Try to relax. Try to relax.
Pray for me.
So you think God would throw a lightning bolt at you also?
I think, listening to what I just heard, as insulting as that is,
there is a God. Will He strike me dead right now? Will He? He doesn't dare.
You know what? Pray not.
He doesn't dare. He doesn't dare. He doesn't dare.
Let's care about our individual
I have a good point.
Yes.
You know, when you talk about God in this society, when you profess a belief in God, they just toss the name around. You know, every end of every politician's speech, God bless us all, God bless you, God bless America. And let me say,
and God bless you, and God bless your book being #1.
That's lovely. He had very little to do with that. It's all individual human. No, please let me explain something. God. It's a wonderful idea. It's a nice fantasy. It's a way of keeping people in line. It's a way of controlling people. There is as much proof for the existence of God, or even evidence. Forget proof. There's as much evidence for the existence of God as there is for the existence of UFOs and extraterrestrials. And yet, if you mention them for a moment, you're considered outside, beyond the pale. You're a kook. You're marginalized. You're crazy. If you mention, if you don't love God, then there's something wrong with you. It's absurd.
What if it makes people feel better?
That's a different thing. If you want to give the universe the name God, that's fine. The universe exists. We are all equal parts of it. We are made of the same stuff.
Most religions are based on the idea that somebody in some way through prayer can make you feel better.
Yes, but why do you need to make up stories?
Yes, why should it be a
does the Supreme Being have to be just...
Because life is hard, and you need to make up stories.
You need to make, as long as you realize that it's
weak-minded, you need that. You need that help.
The arrogance of
I know a lot of strong-minded people who are very, very sincere.
Appear strong-minded, but if they really believe that there's a man in the sky keeping score, something is wrong with them.
But doesn't matter
I think something...
As long as you believe in something that makes you get through
I believe in the vastness of the universe and in infinity. I believe in family and friends. I believe in love.
So that's your God.
No, it's not my God.
Universal conspiracies.
Those are not God.
That's your spiritual
God means an old man in the sky.
It doesn't mean that to me.
Well, why do you use the word? Why do you need the word God? What does the word God do?
I don't need the word God.
Does He decide things for you?
No, He doesn't. I don't believe in a He at all.
Then you don't believe what all these other people believe. You have a more sophisticated approach to it, and I respect it.
But I don't denigrate anybody else's approach to it.
I do too.
Well, yeah, I don't consider myself an active member of the human race. I know that by definition I am, but I don't go to the meetings, and I don't have a card, it really is a detached point of view. That's the excellent word for it. And what happens is I found that if you really give up hope, I don't mean individual hope in your life. Right. I mean hope that this thing's going to work out somehow. Right. This species or this planet or this culture or anything, not going to work. Circling the drain already. And I found that I had completely embraced this idea of not caring about the outcome of things. I know a lot of comedians I notice, social commentating comedians, or ones who will just do a little bit of that or a little political, there's always this underlying tone in their work that if only we would all get together, everything would be fine. Right. I don't believe that, so I'm not stuck with that. I'm not hooked to an outcome. So I say, let it all go, let it explode, let it burn, let it go down the drain. I don't care. And by having that detached point of view, it frees you up artistically. It's a true artist's freedom of no emotional hookup at all with your subject. But for me, and sometimes I'm asked that, do you really feel like that? Oh, yeah. I say, oh, yes, yeah. So you're very angry. I say, no, not angry, discontented, disappointed in my species. Look at the gift we were given, this great brain, this wonderful brain that can distinguish between itself and other things. And what are we doing? Everybody wants a salad shooter and sneakers with lights in them. You know, it's this merchandise, you know, and a jacket that's got Michael Jordan's picture on it or something, you know, just such a great possibility. I think religion ruined us. The belief that there's a man in the sky, an invisible man in the sky who watches you carefully, I think crippled us as people. And secondly is this pursuit of goods. On an individual level, it's trying to get the newest lawnmower. Right. On the corporate level, it's this cutthroat, dog-eat-dog killer.
Well, then everything serves us.
And
but
I think
the air serves us, so it doesn't matter if we screw that up.
Yeah. See, that's all I'm here for is entertainment. I just like the show. If something blows up, great. I'm happy. Big place. Let's say a whole city blew up. Let's say they put an atom bomb in a suitcase in some city. I'd be very disappointed if they disarmed it. I just am that way. I always rooted against the police in the movies when I went as a kid. I always rooted for the crooks. I still do. I don't like police. I don't like prosecutors. I don't like judges and all that. I don't like anybody that's trying to impose order. I like
You
anarchy.
want chaos?
I want chaos.
Chaos.
See, I need order in my life, but not for everyone else. Chaos for the people, order
for me.
Yes, and I can write and put my little things, put that over there, and I'll be happy. Just leave me alone. Don't come around whiskey on my sister. I don't have a sister, so I'm okay on that. They say if you scratch a cynic, you'll find a disappointed idealist.
Right.
And I do cop to that. I am that.
Yeah.
But as far as actually believing that it's going to work, I don't. And as far as what I want, really, is I just want to be entertained. I root for the big asteroid. I root for the big comet. Long before they wrote the movies, long before those movies came out, I was rooting for rogue asteroids because they have some they don't know the names of. I mean, they don't know the trajectories of. And you're right. That's a very intelligent analysis, and I've gone through that without using the words you used. I've gone through that myself, thought about myself in those terms. But it's more fun this way.